Yes, heal up all ones and ones. Come forward tonight, yeah. Come all our reasoning. Tonight we want to talk about the situation in Uganda. Yes, we see our brothers and sisters in Uganda are suffering at the hands of the wicked dictator Museveni, who been in power since 1986. You understand? This is what? 35 years now. And he don't want to go. And I don't know if anyone familiar with what is going on in Uganda, but there was an election exactly 1 week ago, on Thursday the 14th. And even leading up to the election, there was a lot of atrocities that was meted out by the security forces and the citizens of Uganda. So we want to come and reason about that and highlight these things, because injustice anyway is injustice everywhere. And as I say, I'm all for black liberation. And I come to liberate black people and spread the word so we know go on far and wide. Because right now, the brothers and sisters in Uganda need our support. See? If you know how to support them, I will support them. Me they attack for them. Yes. So now, let me just give a gist about the situation in Uganda. Like I said, this Museveni been in power since 1986. Came to a coup. And when he overthrew Milton Obote, well, he was in the military. And he had all this great talk of revolution and of democracy. And he fought against Idi Amin Dada. Turned around fight against Milton Obote and got in power. And then the same ones he was calling dictator, now we see he is now a dictator himself. Because this is how it starts when a lot of them come and say them are freedom fighters. And never mind that they look like us. But like I say, a lot of people look like us, but they are not one of us. You see all this wickedness that going on in Uganda that our black brothers and sisters are facing. We notice that we're not hearing about it in the media. I'm not seeing it on BBC. No, in the UK. ITV not seen on. But yet, we see two little people scale the wall and run up in the House of Congress or whatever in America. And everybody talk about it for about a whole week. And meanwhile, Ugandans are dying. So like them say, African people, black people life no matter. So that's why people say Black Lives Matter. Although some say Black Lives Matter have their own agenda. But look here, as a man who fight for black liberation, if I can piggyback on a movement that I highlight the suffering of black people and I help our cause, I could take a ride off of it. I won't not solve our purpose no more. I dash it away. Yeah, man. So make we go into this thing here now. We're going in Uganda. Now, this thing been going on for some years now. With this brethren. Well, him not a brethren like me say, you know. Because before I go on, you know, we have to know that England, the United Kingdom, and the government of America have been supporting the regime in Uganda by giving them arms and money, claiming that they're giving them so that they could fight the terrorists in East Africa. Now, what we can see, as long as you can solve these people's purpose, they're not business about the suffering that others are facing. They turn a blind eye. But never mind, they come with a little talk and say to a little thing. But them not business. And then we have a thing in Africa, them call the African Union. Where's the African Union in all of this? Them come and make two little talk. And I talk about according to what they see, the elections are free and fair. And we know it's not true. Because there's a lot of footage about with people stuffing ballot boxes. Yes, soldiers pre-ticking boxes. I had some videos of it. You know, a lot of things went on in Uganda. But a lot of ones don't business about it. You know? Yeah. A lot of ones in the key. You get me? For example, here we have a video here. 18 seconds long. It's a video of a soldier stuffing ballot box. And this is not the only one. There's more. You understand? So anyway, we also want freedom for Bobi Wine. I want freedom for Uganda. And I stand with Uganda. And about the rest of you know. You understand? But make we this thing here. Now, Bobi Wine, who comes from the slums, as they would like to put it, of Kampala. People call him the ghetto president. He was elected to parliament in 2018. And we need to understand that 80% of Ugandan population is under 35 years old. And the median age of Uganda is 16. Yet, we have a president who is 76 years old. See? A man who's been in power since 1986. And only had started having elections 10 years later. So now he claimed that he won 6 elections. But people must know that at least 5 of those elections, he was taken to court, I think, 5 or 4 of them. And in each of them, the court found that the elections were not free and fair. But somehow he always managed to win with a margin of 1 judge, saying that although it was free and fair, it did not alter the eventual outcome of the election. You know? So make we run at this thing now. Now this Museveni, like I said, is 76 years old. Some people in Uganda claim that he's older than that. He's in power since 1986, when he assumed power, January 29th. Yes. And like I said, he had the first election in 1996. There was a coup. He overthrew Milton Obote. See? So this brethren been in power for 35 years. Now check this. His wife, Janet Museveni, is currently the Minister of Education since June 2016. His wife, you know, 72-year-old woman. Before that, she was Minister of Karamoja Affairs. Karamoja is some people, see, that scattered across East Africa, Sudan, Uganda, Kenya, right? Since May 2011 up until June 2016, when she assumed the Minister of Education post. Prior to that, she was State Minister of Karamoja Affairs from February 2009, when she was appointed by her husband, who is the president, the dictator. This Janet entered politics in 2006 February, and then she won again in 2011. So Museveni, the president of Uganda, his wife is part of the government. His wife is the Minister of Education. Right? You see the nepotism there. Well, it not stop there. His son, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who was born in 1974, is Lieutenant General of the UPDF, United Uganda People's Defense Force. And he's also commander of the Special Forces, which is also the unit that is responsible for guarding the president. See? They call him this the Presidential Guard Brigade. Same I guard him daddy. He also guard, this unit is also responsible for guarding the constitutional monarchs in Uganda. and also the oil installations. This brethren, this son of Museveni, has been holding this position since 2008, although he wasn't appointed until December 16, 2020, by him daddy, who is also Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Force. So you see that? Him daddy is Commander-in-Chief and his son is Lieutenant General. His son is also serving as a senior presidential advisor since 2017. So the man who have the place locked. You see what going on, you know? This brethren is being groomed by his father to become the president of Uganda. But maybe daddy think him not ready yet. So daddy still a hold on. And it not stop there, you know. Because Museveni have a brother called Salem Saleh, who was a general in the army as well. And he have two other brothers. One of them involved in politics. Who not involved in politics are big business people. If you're going to check out the way Uganda set up, you can see many of Museveni's family and in-laws are either involved in politics at a higher level, are big business people, or they are in charge of securing procurement for contracts. So them run the place. Right? Now, we talk about Bobi Wine. Right? They had elections, like I said, last Thursday, 14th of January, 2021. One day before that, the government locked off the internet nationwide. See? And then they decide to beat anyone who showed their displeasure with the result of the election results. Actually, they were warned. Museveni warned people and said, listen, if you not behave yourself, you know, don't try nothing funny, you know, you'll get a severe beating. Yes. So the man threatened anybody who decide to show their displeasure, because people say, Museveni, we know yours already the election, and we now stand for it this time. Because like I pointed out in the courts on many occasions, almost all elections he won, he was taken to the court by previous opposition leader. And the court ruled that there was vote rigging. But when it comes down to the 5 judges, 3 voted that, oh, it didn't alter the outcome, the eventual outcome of the elections. And 2 say it did. So him get away. See? Now, I was following the campaign in Uganda last year. Bobi Wine was not allowed to campaign freely. He was arrested multiple times, roughed up. And eventually everyone around him was arrested and thrown in prison. Even his medical staff. Yes, the medical team, all the security. And they were beaten as well. People around him was killed. A few years ago, Bobi Wine's driver was shot dead. This is what's going on in Uganda now. Many civilians were brutally beaten. And others were killed just for supporting Bobi Wine. And this is not a joke thing. I saw a video with a youth being beaten with a big stick by some soldier. Some man just in a military fatigue. Because he had a Bobi Wine poster. You understand? So this dictator, who don't want to give up power, 76-year-old man. This is how we're going on. Imagine you're campaigning, you know, and the police them follow you everywhere you go. I personally seen videos where police are follow Bobi Wine campaign. Everywhere them go. Stop them multiple times, block the road, take away the equipment, lock them up. You didn't want the people, Bobi Wine and his friends them have to bury while they campaigning. So people are being murdered by Museveni and his cronies, while the world sit back and say nothing. So we attack. But I know here the Western world who like to be savior. Like how them run up in Iraq and say, you understand? Saddam and weapons of mass destructions and they're gonna kill the people. And when they went to Libya and kill Colonel Gaddafi. You understand? Kill some corner could have his kids. Blow up his convoy. See, you're gonna kill his people. Museveni is killing Ugandans left, right, and center. But what is it? Is black people's lives of less value? African people's lives of less value? So that they don't care? Or is it because Museveni is doing their bidding? Fighting who they want them to fight? And a lot of these Western nations have companies doing a lot of business in Uganda. Right? So, like I said, can't campaign freely. Them come and say he will breach COVID-19 rules. But yet Museveni have some big rally. See? Alright, trying to stay calm. In November last year, see, Bobi Wine was arrested for allegedly breaching COVID-19 rules by having a rally, right? And over 54 Ugandans were killed by gunshot by the security forces in Uganda. I think it was on November 26th. Or November 18th? No, November 16th and 17th, sorry. Yeah. Around 350 people was arrested. 54 Ugandans were murdered by the security forces. Right? And let me give you a little excerpt that Museveni said when he was questioned by a journalist, a CNN journalist called Christian Amanpour. And it's embarrassing, the things that Museveni out of his mouth. I'm going to put up the links so that you can see for yourself. Let me read a quote for you. Read a quote for you, what Museveni said. This is Museveni's response when he was questioned about why his forces are doing what they're doing. Now we need to know, this man, this youth who's challenging Museveni, he's only 38 years old, my age. Well, an old man who been in power. But most of us were little babies. Don't want to go. You understand? Let me find this little piece. Let me read it for you. Museveni told a rally in the Karamoja region when he questioned that the protesters were, and I quote, being used by outsiders, homosexuals, and others who don't like the stability and independence of Uganda. And he goes on to say, but they will discover what they are looking for. We shall not tolerate confused people. They are playing with fire. This was the leader of a nation. What does he say about his people? Now, 54 people killed in November alone. Right? Less than 2 months before the elections. In 2016, in Kesese, at least 115 adults were killed and 15 children between the ages of 1. One article says between the ages of 1 and 15. Another article says between 3 and 15 years old. This incident happened on the 26th and 27th up to the 1st of December in 2016 at the palace of Charles Wesley Mumberere, the king of the Rwenzururu region. See? These people didn't get any justice, but then Museveni turned around and decided to charge 167 people for treason. Yes? 23rd of July. The BBC said, it's so funny, the BBC said on the 23rd of July 2020 that security forces are more deadly than coronavirus. because 12 people were killed by the security forces enforcing COVID-19 measures. See, that was used to restrict the spread of coronavirus. And up until that time, there was only one COVID-19 death in Uganda. Well, now they say they have 300. So, these are some of the atrocities of Museveni. And a lot of black people seem to be paying more attention to what's going on in America. See, when I see the BBC, I show anything about what's going on in Uganda. Bobi Wine right now, as we speak, is under house arrest for the 7th straight day. Because obviously they have evidence that they disputed the outcome of the election, which Museveni was declared winner. Museveni been going around saying, why is nobody congratulating him? One president attempted to congratulate them, did the tweet. I think it was the president of was it? I can't remember if it was Kenya, one of them. Raila Odinga, one of them. You know? And this is how Museveni want to hold on to power. He went as far as changing the constitution of Uganda twice. He changed it first, I think, in 2006. Because by that time, according to the 1995 constitution, the president was only allowed 2 terms. Museveni promised to step down 2011, but he decided to run again. So he changed the constitution. Then again, he changed it in 2017 via a bill was called the Age Limit Bill 2018. The bill limited the age of presidents. No one under 35 and no one over 75 could run for presidential office in Uganda. So Museveni changed that. Bobi Wine and others tried to challenge it, but they were dragged out of the parliament, and it was alleged that the speaker took 6 million shillings as a bribe to not, to stop them from being heard. Eventually he got his way. The bill was passed. Strong on the people and passing bill. I know 76 years old. And he said he went for 6 times. So you see what's going on in Uganda, a lot of nepotism. You understand? One set of people are do well, while the majority of the people poor. Lock off the internet so that people can communicate. His son is a lieutenant general of the Uganda People's Defense Force. His brother, he was a general in the army. They have a brother in politics. His wife is a minister of education. So basically, them lock off everything. And me see it have a baby Uganda down in the region, in the Caribbean, and if people not take heed. So say a man get 6 straight election and win. And this is behavior. So yes, that is what our people are facing in Uganda. But what fight for we? We have to fight for ourselves. So I just come to make this video in solidarity with all my Ugandan brothers to bring awareness to what is going on in Uganda. And hope that we can send strength to them. Because look, these Ugandans, they inspire me, because as much as the police and the security forces are killing them, they're not letting up. They're protesting, they're blocking the road, they're fighting. Bobi Wine is saying to them, be peaceful. Yes, Bobi Wine have to say that. But I admire their courage and their spirit in the face of everything that they are going through. While we have other parts in the world, we have some coward people. We have one man dominating them, and one family dominating them for years, and they dare not rise up. If somebody come and say something, they're quick to shoot it down. You understand? Cowards. Yeah. But look at Uganda. Look at my brothers in Uganda. They're fighting. And they inspire me. I feel like I want to help them. Because when I see people fighting for their rights and helping themselves, I want to extend a helping hand to them. But I'm a father. I have 2 kids. So I can't go fight with them. Because I have to be here for my kids. So what I can do is, all of these children who are becoming orphans because security forces under the orders of Museveni is killing their parents. When all this COVID thing is over and business is back up and running, any business that I'm doing out of Africa, I pledge 10% of my profits to the people who are fighting Museveni in Uganda, whether it's for political cause, to help feed the orphans, or for whatever they need. That's my little bit I will do. When I see people helping themselves, I'm motivated to help them. Yeah. So that is what I can do for my brothers and sisters in Uganda. And I don't want to go on and on too much, because if I go on and on too much, I'll lose my cool, you know? I get angry. Yes. So we'll see. Stand with Uganda. Free Bobi Wine. Free Uganda, Museveni. I'm going to put the link in the video so you can read it for yourself, because I'm not making up these stories. I'm not making them up. And another ploy that Museveni did. You know what he did as well? His brethren suspended the court for 3 months right after the elections. That's what I read. So that all these people who he arrested, all his opposition, people who are opposing him, they'll be languishing in prison. And maybe he did that because the opposition said they're going to take him to court. And now we're hearing that Bobi Wine's lawyers cannot access him. People cannot go to Kerry, take him food. This man under house arrest with his wife and his little niece. He had to send his kids away. Even when he sent his kids away, they be making threats to kill his children. Could you imagine that? A man wants to stay in power for so long that he's making threats to kill a young man's children. Police, soldier, surround the man's house since election day. He can't come out, he can't speak, we don't know what's going on. This is what Bobi Wine is facing right now in Uganda. Now his lawyers decide to file a motion in the court, a motion of habeas corpus, to bring him forward. You're supposed to study that will understand what I'm talking about, meaning like, if you have a man under house arrest, you have to show, well, why is he arrested? So bring him forward to court, a writ of habeas corpus. And now they're claiming that they're going to hear them on the 25th, which is Monday, this Monday coming. Remember now, last election, the opposition leader was held on a house arrest for 40 days. So this is how Museveni do it. And we see the African Union quiet now, say nothing. We see people like Julius Malema of the EFF speaking out vocally against this old man, this old dictator Museveni. Now we see Britain come and make a little talk about investigating what happened. The American them try to send them ambassador there, they return away. They say they're gonna whatever look into it. But we not hear them talking about all the civilians who are being murdered by this regime. But like we say, black people, we have to fight for our own freedom. Nobody not gonna come and help us fight. So that is what we have to do. And this is a cause I'm willing to pick up. But I can support them financially or whatever it is. Yeah, man. So this is where I'm gonna leave it tonight. So you see, free Bobi Wine, free Uganda. I stand with my brothers and sisters in Uganda. Alright? If you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything.